Hi, another day from Bordo's kitchen. Today I'm going to make a dish I have not made so far, keema, mutter keema, minced chicken with peas. Now keema actually has come to India from Turkey through the Mughal route, and it's again my understanding and my study since 2018. Most food has traveled around the world using two routes. Either it's a conflict route, right? The Mughals bringing in keema and all kind of food from the Middle East, Persia into India, or it is done through a trade route. The spices, the other condiments that the early Spanish travelers brought before they came as conquests or conquerors, or the steamed kind of food that went from China to the southern coast of Kerala. So this is one of those dishes that came from Turkey into India. And the second thing is that this is one of those dishes that went from the royal kitchen to the common man's kitchen. Remember biryani and I'll keep giving the example of biryani and nihari, which went from the common man's kitchen to the royal kitchen. Keema came from the royal kitchen to the common man's kitchen. And I'm going to make chicken keema today. Now, when I make keema, I make chicken keema. I prefer to make it at home because you don't know what other kind of meat would have gone through the butcher's, mincing machine. So I use very standard stuff. I will make the chicken. I'm using 2 breast pieces, and I'll make them into minced. I'll use this device to mince it. Hi. So you know what? I have minced the chicken, which I'm going to show. I'm going to marinate the chicken. I'm going to show that process. But let me show you the whole spices that I'm going to use. I'm going to use black pepper, cumin seeds, black cardamom, green cardamom, a few pieces of cloves, coriander seeds, cinnamon, and mace. Mace is Javitri. These 2 things, the black pepper and the coriander seeds, I'm going to just grind it using a pastel and morter, but not fine grind, just a little bit of mash it up a little bit. Right, so let me marinate the minced chicken. So I've got about 5 stems of coriander stems, roots very finely chopped, and 1 green chilli. I'm just going to put them there, right? And then I'm going to put a little bit of oil, very little oil, just to soften the chicken. And then I'm going to put a little bit of turmeric, pinch of turmeric, 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, and I'm going to marinate for about 15 to 20 minutes, and 1 tablespoon of red chili, Kashmiri red chili powder. And here is something I'm going to do, which is really a hack to really enhance the flavor of the chicken, minced chicken. I'm going to put a few pieces of pickled mango. These are home pickled. Please use only if you have home pickled, because the market pickles will be extremely salty. And this is made at home at my mom's place, which I bought from Guwahati. So I'm going to add that, and I'm going to basically peel them off and remove the hard surface of the mango, and I'm going to marinate this and keep it for about 20 minutes before I finally do the cooking. Hi, so this is cooking time. So I have got my pan here. I've got about 2.5 tablespoon of mustard oil, which I'm smoking. I've also used the pestle and mortar to just grind them very softly, all the spices, because you don't want them in whole, including if you can remove the skin of the cardamom, because you don't want any of those in the minced meat. So that's what I have done. So now this, I can see this is slightly smoky. The oil is now smoking. I'm going to just put the spices which I've ground. Once it kind of starts to crackle, there it is. I've got 2.5 medium-sized onion, finely chopped. I'm going to just, the onion should be chopped a bit finely because you don't want chunks of it. And as that's getting cooked, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add teaspoon of minced garlic, and a teaspoon of mixed ginger. Yeah, and I'm going to saute that for a minute or so till the smell of the raw smell of the garlic and ginger don't go away. You can see the kind of the onion is kind of translucent and the oil is coming out. At this stage, I'm going to add the minced marinated chicken, and it's important that once this goes in, you stir it so that they don't become lumps, right? And make sure you mix with the onion, because it's the onion which has the water that will soak in. So I'm going to just do this, and at this stage I'm going to add the first round of salt, because I want the minced chicken to lose the water, and I'll do the last salt test later. So I'm going to just rigorously stir this into and mince it for about, cook it for about 2 minutes. Now this has been cooking for about 5 minutes. At this stage, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the peas, right, and I'm going to put a tomato puree. This is 1 tomato. I've pureed it. At this stage, I'm going to just increase the flame a little bit, and I'm going to fry this till the raw smell of the tomato doesn't go away. And since I put the tomato, I'm going to put a little bit of salt. Remember, I've already put salt, so a little bit of salt. And I'm going to fry this for about, on an open fan, for about 2 to 3 minutes. The last step in the cooking process, so if you can come here, I'll open this. And then I've got this homemade garam masala. Garam masala, in the short of a better word, I'm just going to add a pinch of it. It's like the North Indian 5 spices, if you will. Maybe one day I will show you how to make garam masala at home, because I don't prefer the garam masala from the market. I've added that, like 2 pinches of it, or 1 teaspoon, and a few pieces of coriander leaf. And I'm just going to now cover it up. Sorry, I'm going to just stir it 1 time so that the garam masala gets mixed well. And I'm going to just cover it. I've been cooking this for about 20 minutes from the start to now, and I'm going to cover it and clock it out for the next 7 minutes and not touch it. So that's another dish from Bordo's kitchen that came from Turkey through the conflict route into India, northern part of India, was part of the royal kitchen, and now is part of it. Over the years, it's become part of the common layman's food. The most famous being the Keema pav bhaji you get in Mumbai, or Keema North India is very, very popular now, actually pan-India dish. So, yep, till I come back with another dish, maybe from the we had covered too many conflict routes, so maybe something that I'll try and find from the trade route. Till then, enjoy. Bye now from Bordo's kitchen.